Yo, what is going on, everyone? After a long hiatus from Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl Wi-Fi battles, I am excited to bring you my first Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet Wi-Fi battle, showcasing a team I've had quite a bit of success with on Pokemon Showdown. I'll post that link in the description. I'll be using a loaded dice BAXCALIBUR set team, along with a weak armor sword stance Ledge as well, which honestly pair well together. I'm really excited about this team. You're going to see exactly what I mean. I have my battle against D-Jib. I'm just using the basic search function to find a battle. The 2023-2022 link code to find Smokin' battles in-game hasn't really been giving anyone much success, so I'll be using the search function or going to Discord servers and requesting battles there. I think that's really the best way right now. But either way, let's get right to it. My opponent, as you can see, really isn't using a Smogon-based team. He's got that Robot Santa, the Paradox Delibird Iron Bundle, which, by surprise, one of the best Paradox forms out there next to Iron Valiant and Fluttermane. So, very scary. I'm going to lead with my Glamorage because I do see that he has the Chi-Yu, and Chi-Yu is easily, hands down, one of the scariest mons in the metagame right now. It's definitely going to be suspect tested in the next couple weeks. I do foresee it going to Ubers. I kind of want that thing gone. That Goldfish is a menace. But if it's not running heavy duty boots, I do want the Stealth Rock chip on it because it's going to be useful. But let's get right down to it. Let's get to the battle. He's going to lead with the Iron Bundle, which is definitely scary. But nonetheless, I do have Focus Sash on my Glamora. I'm going to be able to get off my Stealth Rocks. I just hope his Hydro Pump does miss, because that's usually how you break through these Delibirds. But of course, he's going to land the Hydro Pump and take me down to my Sash. This Delibird already handing out a Christmas beating. But that's what they do best. I loved using this thing on Pokemon Showdown before it got banned. It just broke through so many powerful walls. And the fact that it has access to Freeze Dry is even crazier. So with Palafin running around, it could just counter back, which is crazy. Delibird went from the most overlooked Pokemon to one of the most strongest with a Paradox form. It's nuts to see, but I love it. Now, it doesn't look like he has a Rapid Spinner or a Defogger, so those Stealth Rocks are here to stay. I'm just going to sack my Glamora. It makes sense that he would go for an Ice Beam. Why risk missing Hydro Pump? Unfortunately, the best play really is just letting my Alien Rock Flower thing die now. There's just nothing I can do with it. So I'm going to bring in BAXCALIBUR now. There's no way that a Hydro Pump or even an Ice Beam from this Iron Bundle can wither me down that much, so I'm going to go for a Dragon Dance here. I'll be able to outspeed him on the next turn, and this thing isn't super defensively bulky, so a Glaive Rush will easily take him out, and I'll be able to outspeed just about anything on his team, except the Chi-Yu if it is Scarfed, so I do have to be mindful of that. Now, I do get the Dragon Dance up. That Ice Beam does do about half, maybe a tiny bit less, but I'm just going to go for Glaive Rush here. Like I said earlier, nothing's going to want to switch into that, so he's probably just going to sack off the bundle. And can we just acknowledge how ridiculous Glaive Rush looks in this game? Like, homie literally goes upside down and just smacks him with his back. Like, Game Freak had to be high when they were developing that animation. I don't understand half of the animations. They really took a step down with that. I think this game is great. I love Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet, but the animations for some of these moves are low tier. So moving on, I'm interested to see what he's going to send in next. He's actually going to bring out the Annihilate here, which can definitely be threatening because of the Drain Punch. However, I am faster, and I'm going to go for my Icicle Spear. This is the whole point of the match. This is the whole point of showing off this team, is going for Icicle Spear. Now, with loaded dice, I can hit a multiple hitting move at least 4 times. Now, there is a chance that I can still hit 5 times, but judging by the damage here, I'm not going to need 5 Icicle Spears to take out this Annihilate. So BAXCALIBUR putting in hella work already. I'm able to take down Mega Santa, and I take down the cracked out Ghosts. I mean, Annihilate is absolutely batshit, especially when it gets started with the Rage Fist or Rage Punch. Yeah, it's Rage Fist. Rage Fist is insane, so I'm happy I didn't have to deal with that this match. So his next move is to bring in the King Gambit. I was a little surprised by that because I keep anticipating Chi-Yu is going to come out anytime. Maybe it's Scarfed because that's the most common set. Now, I run Earthquake on this BAXCALIBUR. Some people do, some people don't. I like it for the coverage because Glaive Rush wouldn't be effective, and neither would Icicle Spear. So Earthquake is going to take down that King Gambit. His best move would have been going for the Sucker Punch. Not really sure if my opponent does play super competitively. It looks like he might, but at the same time, I'm not entirely sure. He's going to bring in Dragonite here. Again, not the best play for him. I'm going to go for Icicle Spear, and look at that. All I needed was 1. So Dragonite goes down, and yeah, that's 4 Pokemon already. So he only has the Iron Thorns and the Chi-Yu. So I have a feeling this is going to be just a clear BAXCALIBUR sweep. Not really an exciting match, but you will see how this game does kind of pivot a little bit for a couple seconds. But he's going to bring out the Paradox Tyranitar here, the Iron Thorns. I want to say Iron Treads, but it's Iron Thorns. And his booster energy is going to kick in. It's probably going to be an attack. Yeah, it was attack. That makes the most sense. You do see that I get a little complacent here. I guess I just wasn't paying attention as much. Maybe I was a little too hyped. And I misclick and go for Icicle Spear instead of Earthquake. And because this thing is bulky, I'm going to need 5 to kill. So that's 3. I'm going to get 4 guaranteed. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, for a 5, but unfortunately, I don't. So that was my mistake. I got a little too comfortable there, and his Tyranitar does take me out. So that misclick really could put me in some danger. And now, at this point, I kind of do sweat a little bit because anytime there is a Chi-Yu in the back brewing, I'm not comfortable. I don't feel good about myself. I have to think quickly because, as you see, Chi-Yu can easily take out all 4 of my remaining Mons, like between Dark Pulse or Flamethrower. So I'm in a bad spot. I'm going to bring in Meowscarada right now because I think all I need to do is just U-turn out, hit the Iron Thorns with the U-turn, pop it in the face with 1 real quick, go into my Ceruledge, and then since I'm sashed, I can get up a Swords Dance and then go for a Shadow Sneak to get as much chip as possible on the Chi-Yu. So that's the plan. I bring in Meowscarada, and there's no doubt in my mind I outspeed. This thing isn't going to be scarfed or anything. I mean, it can't be. It has the booster energy. So I'm going to go for the U-turn, turn into a Bug type, and take this Tyranitar out. This has been a pretty, I kind of want to say easy match so far, but I've made things hard for myself by just not paying attention. So this is where things could get a little interesting. I'm going to see what this Chi-Yu is finally capable of doing, if it's just heavy-duty boots, or if it's scarfed, or if it's specs, or just something completely different. So like I said, I'm just going to go into Ceruledge here, and I really like this Mon a lot. Even though I picked Scarlet, Ceruledge is kind of the one Pokemon I wish I had access to, but I do like its counterpart. I like this Pokemon a lot because it has access to Weak Armor. It also has access to Flash Fire, which has been definitely needed for the OU metagame because of just how rampant Chi-Yu is. But if this thing does get banned, I think the Weak Armor set is going to stay. So he's actually going to go for Dark Pulse here. It takes me down to my Sash. And I'm like, okay, no problem. I'm just going to go for a Swords Dance, and I'll be able to get the Shadow Sneak just to get as much damage as on this thing as possible, because I'm going to need it. So Ceruledge has access to a ton of crazy moves, Swords Dance included, Bitter Blade, which is its signature move, and it's a 90 base power self-healing move. Swords Dance is going to do quite a bit of damage here. He's going to go for the Dark Pulse again. Not sure if it's because he's locked into it or if it's just because he thinks I have Flash Fire. Gets the crit, obviously doesn't matter. I only have 1 HP left. And now the best thing for me, I think, is just to go into the Meowscarada. We can see if I'm faster, but at this rate, because he decided to go for Dark Pulse, I do win this game anyway, because if he is Scarfed, I resist the Dark Pulse. It doesn't matter. So I'm going to go for U-turn, and it looks like I do win this game. I am faster, so little fun piece of information there. I am able to take out the Chi-Yu very easily, and that was kind of painless. So great game to my opponent. This was my first ever Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle, so I'm happy that it started with a bang. It's some good boosted confidence that I can start uploading more of these. I really hope I can soon. And thank you guys so much for watching as always. I hope that you are able to stick around and help my channel grow. I know BDSP was kind of like a little intermission before we got to Gen 9, so we're here now, and I'm very excited to post more competitive teams and more competitive battles. I will see you all on the next one.